Hi everyone, I'm going to be doing an eye look on this look right here. Like a smoky purple eye with a pop of orange with the Nubian 2 palette. I love this palette. I just got it in today and it is amazing. So, if you want to see this look right here, please keep on watching. I went in with BH Cosmetics Smooth Canvas Longwear Shadow Primer. Focus. There it is. Now I'm going to set with, it's in a Coty Airspun packaging, but I dumped all the Coty Airspun out because I do not like Coty Airspun. And I put my RMCA no color powder in it because that is what I prefer to use as my transition shade. I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Single Press Shadow Beach Blanket. And I am just going to dust it all over the crease. And I am going to take it up into the brow bone. This color is pretty much non-existent once I get the purpley shade on. It's just going to act as a transition shade to help blend out that purple shade. Now that we have beach blanket all over the lid, buffed out into the brow bone, I'm going to go into the Nubian 2 GVS Place Nubian 2 palette, and I am going to pick up this shade right here, and I'm just going to pack it into that outer crease area and blend it out. I'm going to be doing a lot of packing on this step. Just pack it into kind of like a rounded shape, and the cut crease, though, I mean not cut crease, but the wing cut is going to happen later. So if you go messy with this, it really does not matter, because we're just going to be cleaning it up later. So now we have it like so. I'm going to take more of that shade Beach Blanket, and I am going to just start buffing this color out. This is going to take a little bit of time because you want the perfect blend on this like that. Just gonna keep blending and building, blending, building, blending, building pretty much the whole time here. That's all this is just a lot of blending, placement of color, and building the shade and blending it out flawlessly. That shade Beach Blanket is going to help this shade in the Juvia's Place palette, Nubian 2. It's going to help it blend out a lot easier and better. And we're just going to go back into that shadow in the Juvia's Place and continue to pack it into the crease. I'm doing packing because to me it packs on the pigment a lot better than just blending it first. So I'm going to pack this shadow on, this pigment on, and then I will blend it out, blend out the edges pretty much. This is how you get your eyeshadow to be super bright, vibrant. The more building you do, the longer you take on this look to build the colors up, the more intense it's going to be. Like that, this has no filter on it, like none. Like I don't really filter my photos very much. I might change like the contrast on them a little tiny bit and the brightness just to make it look as if you were seeing me in person versus on a camera where the camera washes you out, you know. And so I do just do a tad bit of contrast and brightness change, but it literally, my pictures look just like this. Like they look, they're unfiltered, they are, you know, bright, vibrant, and this is how I get my eyeshadow to look vibrant and bright. So I have hooded lids. You see, like when I look straight, all that skin that covers out my lid. So I go like a normal person's cut crease would go like right there. But when I do a cut crease or like a smoky eye or anything, I go above that line, that crease. And I pretty much create a new crease line for myself to make my eyes look, you know, bigger, whatever you want to call it. And that's how I achieve like bigger eyes and more non-hooded eyes, I guess you would say. Most people with like a smoky eye like this, they would put the smokiness right here in this area, right in the general area of this crease part. But since when I look forward, you would like literally miss and it would transfer to my crease. So I go above my crease right here and create a new crease line. So that's how I get my smoky eyes and like cut creases and stuff. Okay, next for the lid color, I'm going back into the same palette that I was using for the crease. And I'm going to take this shade right here in the Nubian 2 palette. This shade right here is so gorgeous. Like, it looks black in the pan, but let's see if it'll show. But it, like, I don't know, it's like a blackened plum. It is so gorgeous. It is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Look at that shade right there. That is so pretty. I love the shade, and when I saw it, I really mainly got this palette for the green, but that purple, that green is amazing, but that purple, that like black and purple, it is so gorgeous. This palette, you need it in your life. I have, this is my 6th Juvia's Place palette, I think. If I'm not mistaken, it's my 6th one, and I'm obsessed with them. So I think I will do a review on my channel soon of the Juvia's Place palettes. I think I will. I'm going to go in with that shade, and I put it on my brush first, and then I sprayed it with just some water that I have in here. I have water in it because I do like face paint and stuff, and that's how I wet my face paint palette paints, so I just have it in here already. I don't really like wasting my setting spray on this when water works just the same. There's really literally no difference at all. So I don't really like wasting my, oh my bad. Wasting my setting spray on this. So I just use plain water. But I'm just going to do this and just pack it on up into above the crease. Okay, it looks like so. And you see it's kind of harsh and weird looking. So what I'm going to do is take that same brush that I used in the crease, and I'm going to go into that shimmer shade, not the crease shade. I'm going to go into the shimmer shade, and I am going to start to buff this shade out. Not out, but like buff it upward so we get more of a seamless blend, because that's what we want ultimately. We don't want anything harsh. Okay, I'm going to do is wipe that off, and then we're going to go back into that crease shade, and we are going into that crease, kind of overlapping that shimmer shade a little bit. And we are just going to go in super intense with that shade and try to get that shimmer shade all blended out. All I did was added more to the lid to make it more like a metallic-y. Okay, so I'm going to clean this off, like clean this away. I'm going to clean that up with a towel, a rag, and then I'm going to clean it up with concealer, and I'll show you how I do that in a minute. Okay, so on this eye, I did my underneath before I did my concealer, but this time I'm gonna do my concealer before I do my lower lash line, because this concealer that I cleaned that up with, it's pretty thick and it needs to be blended in some more. So we're just gonna go ahead and put some of my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in shade Light 10. It's not very light. I mean, I guess it's pretty good for my skin tone, but if you are the lightest shade, this concealer is definitely not going to work for you. So I would not suggest getting it if you have super fair skin. I mean, I'm pretty light skinned, but I live in Florida, so I get pretty dark in the summer, and this wouldn't really be considered a highlighting shade for me. This is just to get rid of that under eye, you know, sagginess, you know. Sometimes I'll use a very tiny dot of Shape Tape underneath my eyes, but here lately I haven't really been I haven't been liking doing that because I've actually been a little drier lately than normal, and but I have gotten some moisturizing cream from Neutrogena. It's the Hydro Boost, and it has been working wonders on my skin. For me, my skin is really like very, very important to me. Like, I don't know, I would rather have really good skin to the point of not even having to wear foundation than having to wear foundation all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's just something about foundation that I just do not like for my skin, and personally, and that needs to be cut a little bit more, honestly. But there's just something about foundation that I just don't think works for my skin, and yeah, I just choose not to use it, and I mean, that's it, really. Okay, I'm going to go back into the Nubian 2 palette, and I'm going to grab this shade called Morocco. It is a deep burnt orange color. And I'm just going to run it on my lower lash like so, and smoke it out. I hate when I do this and then there's stuff everywhere. Okay, so I want more pigment than that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this white concealer. It was AOA Studios Wonder Cover HD Concealer Stick, or HD Concealer off of Shop Miss A, and it was only $1. So yes. This is actually what I used for my snowman look on here. If you go back a few videos, and you will catch that one. And that's actually one that I used for that. I literally used an entire tube of this concealer for that, and it was so thick and sticky, and I hated that I had to use it, but I had to use it because at that time I did not have any face paint. And look how much more intense that makes this look. So much more intense. So much more. But anyway, that's all I had to use pretty much. And so I used that, and I had to set it with a powder. And it was just sticky. It was messy. But, I mean, it happened. It looked good, but it was messy. So, I'm going to go in with this Santee Color My Eyes Matte Eyeshadow Stick. Also got it off of Shop Miss A for $1. And I am going to put it in my waterline to make it orangey. And then I am actually going to go into that same shade, and I'm going to apply it pretty much on top of that eyeshadow stick. And I'm just going to do that pretty much. And it feels funny just for a minute, but the feeling goes away in a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, clean off of that brush that I used. Pretty much all the brushes that I use are Wet n Wild for the blending brush. And then this is a ColourPop shader brush. It looks like that. And I used an e.l.f. I don't know what this is called. The e.l.f. blending eye brush. But honestly, it's too, too small to actually, blend. But it's like a crease blending brush type of deal. And then I use just cheap little thin flat brush to carve out my brows and to carve out underneath and to set my eyelid with the primer. And it's just a little cheap brush that I got off of where did I get that? It was a little set off of Amazon, I think. And yeah, it just came with a bunch of flat brushes, and I like them for carving out my brows and things like that, cut creases and stuff. So I'm going to go back in with the Nubian 2, of course, trying to make this a whole, just Nubian 2. But I'm going to go in with this shade Zuri, and it is so gorgeous. I actually used it to highlight, and it is so freaking gorgeous. So I'm going to go in with that shade, and I'm going to wet it with some water again. And I coat both sides with the eyeshadow so that way I can get in really good on the brow bone. And I'm just going to add that to the brow bone. Then I take my blending brush and I blend out these harsh lines, and then I'm going to take the same shade and add it onto my inner corner. This is probably my favorite thing. I love a popping inner corner. I really like, my favorite kind of inner corner really is like a duochrome type one, but duochrome wouldn't have looked great with this look. So that's that. And then I'm going to, I think that's it for the eye. I gotta add some mascara. And pretty much I used the Lash Blast, I can't even speak. The Last Blast Length. This is all out. So what I do is I take this, what do you call it? Spoolie or whatever you want to call it. And I actually take this one out because I do not like this one. This one's the Great Lash, but I love the Great Lash formula. So I go in with the Great Lash with this spoolie, and then I also take that same spoolie and I go in with Lash Paradise, because I don't know what happened to my Lash Paradise spoolie, but when I pull it out, it looks absolutely disgusting. I don't know what is up. It's done dried or something, and I've tried to put it in hot water and stuff to kind of melt it, but it didn't work. So this is what I use, and I'm going to coat both top and bottom lashes, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to take this liquid, this Wet n Wild liquid catsuit in the shade Terrifying Tangerine, and I'm going to take it on a spoolie, and I am going to spoolie this through the bottom of my brows. Oh crap, I got some on my lower lash. Good thing my lower lash is orange. And I'm going to keep doing that, applying it until it's fully coated like I like, and I will be right back. Okay, so pretty much how I do my face is I take the Wet n Wild contouring contour palette. I thought it was called the contouring and highlight palette, but I guess not. And I just go lightly. I don't like to go too intense with my contour because I do, what is that? I don't do foundation. I don't do like a full face. So I'll just define a bit. And just define like so. And blend it. And then we're going to take this Physician Formulas Butter Bronzer and shade light bronzer. And I've actually started using the fan with this, and I'm actually way head on pan on this, and because I absolutely love this stuff. This is my favorite stuff. I do need to get the darker one for summertime, because this is going to be way too light for me in the summer. So I'm just going to bronze up just a bit. I don't really like to, I used to contour more, but I've leaned away from it because I do, you know, I don't do a full complete face. I do, you know, just really beat eyes. And I also do not really like to do lips. I don't know. If you know me, I absolutely hate liquid lipstick. And it is like literally the spawn of the devil. And I mean, I like satin lipstick better. Like the satin formula is better in lipsticks. But given it is still, you know, I still don't really care for it. I really like the bare lip, especially with like a bold eye. So I'm going to go in for highlight with the shade Zuri, the one that I use on my brow bone and my inner corner. And I am going to coat the brush. Look at that. Nice and coated. And I'm pretty much just going to tap right here and blend my way into the temple. And you want it to be most pigmented right here. And then you want it to fade all the way up into the temple. It gives you that nice, glowy, you know, kind of transition into the forehead, into the side. It just gives you a nice, really nice look. And then I'm going to put some right here on the tip of the nose. And I like to put it right here on the bridge. So when I'm looking at you, it kind of glows a little bit there. I really like putting it there. And even though I don't wear lipstick, I'll put a little bit right there just to define that. Yep, and then I take a bigger fluffy highlighting brush and I go in on the sides of this just to ensure it is not too harsh. You don't want like a streak there. You want it to be like a glare, a glow when you look to the side. You don't want it to be like, bam, hey, I got like a stripe on the side of my cheek. And pretty much, I believe this is the final look. I mean, my hair is not really the final look, honestly. Right now I'm about to be going to bed, in all honesty, and, to be real, I'm about to be going to bed, so, my hair is not getting done. I'm not doing anything to my hair, you know. I'm a mom. I gotta wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and get my daughter to school. So, this is the finished look. I like the messy look anyway. Here it is. I will be inserting some pictures at the end of this video. So please stay tuned. And I appreciate everyone that watches my videos. Please, please, please like my videos. Liking my videos does so much for me. It gets me out there more. And also subscribe to my channel, please, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a video. I'm going to get faster and better at uploading videos. I'm working off of my phone right now, and I have a camera, but I just need a laptop so I can start editing videos from my camera. Right now I can't do that obviously, so I use my phone in an editing app, and it works for now, and we will see what the future has in store. So please, please, please subscribe to my channel and like my videos. Thank you. Bye.